Hi everybody, welcome back to GregTech New Horizons, episode 46 with me, Sid. And last episode we made the step into medium voltage. I've done a little bit of preparation for this episode. I've got a few bits and pieces kicking around here, which I need for various bits and pieces. And I should have in here, I should have the first thing that we've thrown together, which is this one, the medium voltage machine hull, which we need in medium voltage, obviously, to start unlocking some of the medium voltage stuff, medium voltage motors, other things. Ender IO, so that opens up that's interesting. No idea what that is. It looks like a chemical mixer or something. Well, let's have a look. We'll get this first. An LV loop bag. Strange, why am I getting LV stuff? So then we've got an advanced electrolyzer, which is a more medium voltage system. We have got, let's have a look, advanced chemical reactor, advanced macerator, advanced compressor, welcome to the Church of Benzene, okay, centrifuge, simple item transfer, item translocator, ooh, shiny, and actually not that bad. Except because you need a lot of ender pearls. That could be the thing. Yeah, sodium hydroxide is for making a sodium hydroxide dust. Okay, don't know what I'm going to do with sodium hydroxide. Mixing, advanced fluid extractor. Not seeing much about how to generate medium voltage power at this stage, so that's going to be interesting. However, let's go back to LV, because there are some bits and pieces in LV that we can do as well. And I'm going to put my medium voltage machine hull away for now. Now over, let's have a look. What did I set anything else up? I've got, trying to remember what I'm doing here. You've had one of those things where you set yourself up to do stuff and you can't remember what you're doing. So that is for that, yes. So that's your transfer node, okay, yeah, and that's a wrench and a hammer. Right, it's all right. I just remembered I pinned things up there. These are all the things that I have been working on. So a wrench and a hammer, and this lot. These are actually, I thought these ender pearl screws would be really awkward. And it turns out that they're actually not. They're just a thing in a thing. Hammer, and that will make, there we go, transfer node. Needs to say we'll need more than one of those, but these, the recipe for those is just ender pearl bolts, which in turns is ender pearl rod, which in turns is a lathe. With ender pearl, there's also a cutting machine, which we could have done, which would have been long ender pearl rod, but you can't do it from that. Okay, so let's have those and pop those away, and that should have unlocked this one, which again just pushes us a little bit further in the right direction of things that we've got. Nothing, I mean, this is not earth-shaking stuff. This is things that are some of the things I want to get done. Now the other one, chandelier, requires some molten tin with 5 torches and a flawed diamond. A flawed diamond we can get by hitting a diamond, but we probably have got. So let's go down, grab a bit of tin. That's the first thing we're going to need. It's not tin. Just take 9. I think 9 will give each one of those. If I use those and melt it, it gives you 144, and we need a certain amount of it. I think it was 1,000 and odd, so that's fine. I'm going to put these away while we're down here. And yeah, this is all fairy step stuff. I don't think there's a huge amount here. We do need, I've got torches, tin, and what was the other thing for that? Hang on, it was there, wasn't it? Oh, the diamond, that was right. A flawless diamond. We've got lots of those. Let's hit it with a hammer, and we'll have done with, I think. A hammer will give me 2 flawed diamonds, and that can go away. So, how much tin did we need again? 1,440. So that's 10 ingots worth of tin. All right. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One too many. But I've got 2 flawed diamonds. We might as well make 2 of them. Now there's a reason I want these. I have a plan. First of which will be to sleep the night away, because my solar panels are not going to generate much power under moonlight. And we are going to go into basic fluid extractor, probably. I'll sneeze a little bit while we're at it, and grab you. You will take 8 litres. And then we're going to the hang on, let me check the program. Assembler, it doesn't really matter, but we'll turn you off. All the way down to there, to nothing. Okay, you can have the tin. You can have 1 of those, and you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And that's making its thingy, and then we'll come back over. Actually, we won't, because if I do more than 1 thing at a time, I'm liable to break everything. So I learned my lesson eventually. And given enough time, boop, that's your extra utility chandelier, which will give me a basic monster prevention, and we'll stick another 10 in. And what I'm actually, this is the one on Sila's machine. At least I know how to make God's angry. Try and do that. Right, on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get both of those, just because we can. We can put you away for now. Oh, just open. You shall not use this item. Okay. Right, so we got that. That gives me a little quest down here, which we can take. Again, not a huge amount there, just some wizard stuff and another LV loot bag. These I have a practical use for, which will become more apparent. And finally, the last thing is the output hatch LV. Now, how much glue have you got? You haven't got enough glue, damn it. How do we make glue? Put glue, which is slime balls. Okay, I can do that. It's not a problem at all. Let's go and do some extracting, because I need more gluage. Now, can those... we can centrifuge glue out of those. Oh, okay. That's fine. Let me take just 1 or 2 of those. Maybe 16. Actually, that was 16. Yeah. Just got a way of doing it as any. We'll get some rubber out of it at the same time. So centrifuge, in you go, and off you go. So while that's doing that, let me go and put some of these bits away. I do need to get another one of those built. Everything else here we need to drop down in the storeroom. Around there. I'm very tempted to have an opening session. Dark Wizard, and we've got those. So the problem is that I need to resolve is if I go down here and hop off here and then come over here in this space, there's a lot of stuff here. So I would like to, I need a block. That would be a useful thing to have, and I didn't bring any. Don't think purple backpack will have anything useful in it, will it? Nope. Well, I suppose if I were to, let's just come up here. I'll probably need a couple of blocks. These can only be suspended, so there's a limit to their usefulness. But if I take a couple of those and then just chisel those back to that, so they're non-spawnable, and then we can come over here and we can place that. Now, obviously, it's not going to have any effect. I'm just going to stick the other one over here to give me as maximum coverage. That is not going to have any effect on everything that is already in this space. So what we actually need to do is go for a walk and come back. But I also do need to go and grab some blocks that I can, chisel blocks basically. And the idea is I want to clear out underneath my base and underneath the lake of mobs. And the easiest way to do that is to stop the little beggars spawning in the first place. So that's the plan with those. We will do that, and then let's just go and see how my glue situation is getting on. Oh, look at that. Lots and lots of lovely, lovely glue. And that stopped. So we got a whole load of raw rubber. And yeah, we'll... for now, I'll just stick that there. So, yeah, blocks. Blocks and despawning is basically the order of the day. Lots of chisel blocks. Have I got lots of chisel blocks? I've got 59 of those. Or I could just go and then chisel those up, which of course would have been made a lot more sense if I had kept them to hand. I always do that. I don't know why. Maybe I'm an idiot, who knows. Anyway, let us go for a walk far enough away that all of those nice friendly little mobs can despawn. Then we can come back and we can block off the entrances, because I'm fairly certain that's a cave system. And I'm also fairly certain that this will not be far enough away to make everything, well, those things haven't got the coverage to make everything despawn. But they should have the coverage to make everything in the immediate vicinity despawn, allow me to get in, block off the entrances, pave the floor so that they have not got spawnable spaces. Because the other thing is I could put torches down. I mean, obviously that would work as well. But if they don't have spawnable spaces, then they can't basically spawn, which means that I don't have to worry about them. And then I can keep on pushing outwards and downwards and sideways until all of those unpleasant red little blobs on our map keep vanishing and going away. Now I'm just going to walk over to the nether portal and then walk back again, so I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so in theory, most of the things that were behind that wall in this chunk should now be missing. And it certainly sounds better than it did. But there are still definitely things about. Run. Oh well, there. This is far from perfect, of course. So I don't even know what that is. Think that should secure that, except against baby zombies. That secures that against baby zombies. Don't think there's anywhere else for them to go. So, and then we can just come in here and go, that's probably not even necessary, but maybe we'll pop out a few of these blocks and just, I think I'll take that one as well. But you can see the basic premise here is to clear the area by quadranting it out with non-spawnable areas. I'll put some torches down as well, because obviously we do need to be able to see. But that's my plan. It's not a great plan, but it's a plan. And it's the only one I got. So that's the one we're stuck with. And then we can move the chandelier in here and push out that way. Told you, genius. Let me just do those. So I am going to push out and clear this cave and just get it spawn proof, and then we'll move the chandeliers in over here and rinse and repeat. And there appears to be, whatever that is, copper. So there might even be a chunk here, an ore chunk here. Back in a mo. Alright, so that's that kind of process underway. I need another food. What have I not eaten recently? Stuffed mushroom. That will do me. I have got food in my lunchbox, but I'm trying to rotate these around. So yeah, that was just, that's just kind of lining myself up for a few things. Now I may make some more of those chandeliers, and I may leave some of them in place, because I know what I'm like. There's every possibility that I will cock up, but this is basically spawn proof. So over here now, that should be safe for me to go into once I've unloaded the chunks and got rid of all the mobs in there. And then there's a whole load over this way. There's a massive cave system, but it's going to take a while, and this is going to be something I'm going to be doing between episodes, because there's a lot of waiting on this game. I'm finding there's a lot of put things in a furnace and wait for it, put things in a mixer and wait for it, put things in a thingy-mabobby oojamaflob and wait for it. And it's not night time, so I can't sleep this rain off, which is a pain. However, we've got lots of glue. We should have more glue. Yes, we have. And we should have more of the raw rubber, which we'll put in there for now. So, the last thing on my list is this one, the Output Hatch LV, which is an assembler on program 2 with an LV machine hull tank and 720mm of glue. So, an assembler on program 2 with glue, an LV machine hull, and the last tank that I have in stock. So that will give us, all being well, an output hatch for the EBF. Now the reason I want an output hatch for the EBF is pretty simple. I want to use this and do this quest. And to do this quest, well, for starters, I'm going to need myself one of those, and I need to find a position to put it, which take you out and put you in. Seems to be fine. So that should be a liquid output. Gives me a spare one of those. And I'm going to go and put you away. And for that matter, you. Oh, I wish this rain would go away. So the use of this in an EBF is one of those with oxygen gives one of those and one of those with sulfur dioxide. On a medium voltage setting, 114,400 EU per operation. I've got oxygen, so we can take 3 of those. I haven't got a lot of oxygen, but oxygen is at least something I can make. So they come out. We can go and put one of those in. Oh, hang on. Why? I can see oxygen. Take out that cobalt. Three oxygen, 1 cobaltite dust, switch it on. And that will take, wow, that actually was a hell of a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. So I can put in these 9 with 1, 2, 3 of those. And that should be kicking out sulfur dioxide, which I've got no idea what I want that for, but doesn't matter, because if we look at the usage of this, that is a quest where we need you and you to make 24 cobalt ingots, and that will give us stuff. But cobalt's going to be, I suspect, important. Now the issue I have is this. It's the old oxygen. and I can use, well, I can't even get that out yet until it's at full. Oh, it is a universal, isn't it? Okay. Well, we'll have a look at that in a moment. Let me come over to here, and this is where we can process this with one of those. Oh, hang on. No, that goes in there. But you need a normal empty cell, so there's no extra. And of course it's electrolysis, which is brutal on your power usage. So the moment I can sleep, the better, and get rid of this rain. But I need to make, let me have a look at these ones. It's use 2 of those with a carbon dust to make 3 of those. I've currently got 8 and I need 24, which means I need 16. And what did we say that was? 2 and 1 to make 3. So 3, 6, 9. So 6 iterations of that will make me that with some CO2. Okay, that's where I'm at. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, we are heading to the twilight. Getting oxygen from water is both power hungry and slow, and I think there may be, well, I'm sure there are many better ways of doing it, and I'm sure after this video goes up there'll be lots of comments about how I could have done it a lot easier. But I did find that limonite of the brown variety, which we can macerate down to that. Let me just get the washed version. So we can use you in a electro centrifuge, is it? Maybe a centrifuge. With empty cells, 4 of those will give me 1 iron and 2 oxygen cells. That seems to me to be a much better prospect than electrolyzing water. And I'll be honest, it doesn't surprise me. Cracking water for hydrogen and oxygen is a notoriously expensive process. So let's have a look at the journey map. We've got diamond, we've got opaline, nickel, iron there. So just outside, and we've got an iron over there. We've got another iron. So one of these should give me the brown limonite that I need. We'll try the nearest one for starters. On a previous excursion in here, I surrounded the portal with a wall, and just because this is now a safe haven, possibly even somewhere I might want to build at some point in the future. Apparently there's no point trying to grow things. Crops don't grow in the twilight, apparently. So that's a useful thing to know. Let me just try and find my little pity path down. There we go, and here we go, and that is brown limonite. So get the chunk borders on, white down a torch there. That was not where I wanted to go. Come and get myself down basically till this is the layer that I want to be in. That's right, and then we're going to expand this out, grab a whole load of brown limonite, and while we're at it we're going to get more iron, which, oops, hello, let's not get too carried away. Is always handy having more iron, although I am iron rich at the moment. I do need to start processing that over into steel, or a lot of it into steel anyway. But yeah, so a quick mine, get myself some brown limonite, and I shall be right back with you. Alright, that should be, I basically have, that's almost done. Yeah, I pulled 3 stacks of yellow limonite, sorry, brown limonite. It is brown limonite, isn't it, that I need to put into the centrifuge. It is good. Yeah, I pulled about 3 stacks of that. I didn't go mad, I just did the 1 chunk, so that was all good. And whilst I could get a washer, I'm still draining this. We're not far off. I think we've only got maybe 2 or 3 levels to go before all that water is gone. And I know I don't need to do that. That's just me. So we've got, let's have a look. We have got 6. So I need 6. 3 6s are 18. So I need 18 oxygen, which is going into the centrifuge. We'll take you out for starters because we need that. That's the other half of the ingredients. So 1 2 3 4 per 1. Per 2, I should say. So that's 2 4 6 8 10 12 14 16 18. That didn't help me, did it? Because I just was trying to work out how many sets of these I need. 3 6 9. 9 cells times 2, 18 cells. That's right. Of course it is, because that's what I was aiming for, isn't it? 18 of those. Chuck those in. That is way faster. Way faster than the thing. Now we are going to end up with some hydrogen, but that's fine. It'll come in. I'm sure everything seems to come in this pack, so at some point. But there's our 2 with some iron. All great. Interesting, it's 4. You only get 1 iron out of that, but FeH2O. Yeah, that's interesting. There's actually a drop off in iron, so it's not going to be cost effective for me to do that all the time. But if we need oxygen, we need oxygen, so that's the means of doing it. And as I say, I am sure you're all going to be telling me all the wonderful ways I could have done this had I done it another way, and that's fine, because I think part of this is there are an awful lot of ways of doing things, and you know, that really does hammer through it though. And we're actually getting roasted arsenic dust as well, which I presume we can do something with. We can make an arsenic ingot, great. But I know arsenic is one of the things I wanted for something else. I can't remember what it is now, because there's way too much to remember. Right, we can take those, we can go and put the next 2 in, and rinse and repeat. Boop. And boop, boop. So yeah, I'm going to be continuing with this for a short while, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, and the final thing we need to do here is these. It's 2 to 1, if I recall. It is 2 to 1. It takes a while. It's going to use a fair amount of power. Only use for 12 seconds to give us those. I think that's right. And what does it? And it gives us CO2 gas. Okay. So none of that. We're going to put in those and those. It's going to run those through. I've already taken the the sulfur dioxide, I think it was, out of there, so that's all good. And now we're into CO2 gas. And we should be getting a whole bunch of cobalt ingots. So what's my power looking like? Yeah, not a problem at all. So that will complete the last quest for this episode, which hopefully I haven't gone too significantly over on my timings, but I know everybody, I'm fairly certain that, well, I wouldn't say I know, I'm fairly certain that everybody expected me to go over on my timings, so that would not surprise me in the least. And I think this should be the last two. It'll take me to 23, and I believe I need 24. And 9, 10, 11, 12. You telling me I actually need to make... Oh, good grief. I can make 2 more, that's not a problem, but I'm not going to make another 16 just to... I mean, there's no problem with me doing it. Oh, good grief. Okay. So I can do that, that's not a problem. I've got enough to make... Let me get the right thing. 16 and 8 carbon. 8 carbon is easy enough. So 16 of those. I think I can do this. And I've got them on cobalt anyway. So let me do that quickly. I'll be back in a mo. Alright. I seem to be incapable of doing multiplication where the numbers involve 3 for some reason. I was all over the shop getting the oxygen for that, but there is 16 roasted cobalt. We just need the carbon. That's relatively straightforward. That is putting, this still annoys me, by the way, that is putting carbon in the form of dark ashes into there to get carbon out. So I put carbon in and I get carbon out. Yeah, it makes absolutely 0 sense to me. That is carbon, that is carbon. I suppose insofar that diamond is carbon and coal is carbon and charcoal is carbon, and you know, but they're all based on carbon, but they are structurally different. So I suppose so. It's just getting your head around it takes a little bit of effort. Let's just put it that way. So that will give us those. Once we've done that, we'll have that. That should open up that quest line. We can call this episode an episode. I will be sat there looking at... I don't even know what I'm going to use for a screenshot for this one. It's because we've not really, in terms of anything, progressed greatly forward, other than we've got that, which I presume I need a wrench to pick up. Of course you do. Don't know why you can put it down. That seems a bit of an odd thing, but we got that, and we have almost got this. So I suppose the remaining question is what to concentrate on next. In the MV tree, I think we need to go and do an MV motor, which means I need to do stuff to make 4 element motors to get an MV thing, and that will open up that. Without medium voltage generators, then not 100% certain where to go with that, but we'll keep... Oh, well, that's the wrong way. I want to be over here. Bang, bang. into that tree, complete, detect, submit. Oh, you are joking. Alright, I'm not, no, it is not happening. I am going to go into, because I've done this, oh, that's not what I wanted either. Oxygen cells. And because that's just getting silly now. They should be optionals. Or I suppose fair enough, I should have read that I needed to get 16 cobaltite and blah blah blah. But we'll take the loot, and that is there. Now the other one that I do want to try and work out, and I'm not sure where it is on this thing. I think is it the elephant? What we're talking about, the elevator block. I'm sure it is a quest item, but I just can't remember where it hides. But I'd like to stop having to run up and down stairs. Could be anywhere, couldn't it, really? Might not even be in this thing. It might be over here somewhere for all I know. Anyway, that's something that I will possibly aim for. But on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. I may have gone a little bit over my self-imposed limits today, but until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.